"Did the poor fellow finally die, godmother?" asked a strange male voice full of anxiety.
"Oh, yes, of course she did, godfather," came the shrill voice of a woman. "She couldn't wait for our help, couldn't last."
Her voice was full of a ferocious, predatory joy that contradicted her mournful words. They didn't know who had come to knock on their locked doors, so he spoke of me as a man, and she as a woman, but both spoke of me as a corpse.
"This time I will be the first to look through her things, godfather." "Well, so be it, godmother, so be it. I understand. I am human, after all."
They walked very slowly past me, freezing for a moment with each step. Stopping just a pace away from me, the woman suddenly shouted indignantly,
"They broke the wall! What's wrong with people, eh? Why did she have to bother the wall, godfather?" "That is why death took them, godmother. She thirsts for such people, as she should. It's not right to break or take what doesn't belong to you. We would never. We take only what the dead can afford to leave us, what they no longer need." "You speak truth, godfather. Oh, so true. Hey, look, there she is, and there's a bag."
I heard notes of burning greed in her voice. They were talking about the dummy we set up for them to find in the icy tomb, covered in one of our old blankets. Next to it was an old red gym bag of Sergei's, which he lent to the cause. I had deliberately picked it for its enticing bright color and stuffed it full of junk to attract the desperate scavengers. The trick worked. Opening my eyes, I saw them in the darting light of the lantern, rushing through the opening into the tomb, arguing again about whose turn it was to unzip the body. Coming out of hiding, I rushed to the door and reached it in seconds, throwing it open and pointing the barrel of my shotgun inside. But all I saw was a dark corridor with snow along the walls and icicles hanging from the ceiling. There wasn't a living soul in sight, only an empty hall disappearing into the darkness. The door had 2 bolts and several powerful valves on its interior. A cry of surprise came from behind me. They had thrown off the blanket or unzipped the sleeping bag and found only snow. They now knew they had been tricked, which meant any second now. I stepped behind the door, taking cover behind it, and pointed my gun towards the cave.